when are we going to leave the kids alone? When are we going to stop going on about what they're wearing and what they're not wearing? Okay? Hoodies. It's a piece of material with a hood on. Now deemed as socially unacceptable. Yet monks used to wear them. The Benedict monks used to wear them. In fact, they probably still do wear hoods. But are they banned from shopping precincts because they wear hoods? Can you imagine if it was a cardigan? Oh, I got followed home by a gang of cardigans. Frightened me to death, it did. Oh, they had buttons down and everything. Hoodies. I'll wear a hoodie. And then, what was it before then? Well, let's just have a trip back, shall we? Let's just go back. Let's go right back. Rock and roll era. Oh, greasy hair. Violent. They're violent with that greasy hair. You know, the DA. It means duck's arse. Yeah, it was fashionable to have a duck's arse on the back of your head. Okay? So the younger generation that's listening to this, they can have a good laugh at the fact that their father probably had a duck's arse on the back of his head. Or their grandfather had a duck's arse on the back of his head. And now he's moaning about you with a piece of material over your head. And then what was that? Oh, mods. Two-tone suits. Very threatening. Very threatening. Two colours that merge. Very threatening indeed. And, oh yeah. I've known it to be said that if men have got long hair, they're puffs. Do you remember that? Do you remember when it was, you were a puffer if you had long hair? Something, there's always something, isn't there? You know? I mean, okay. I personally don't care much for these trousers now that they're wearing down by their doofers, because at the end of the day, I mean, you know, there's this one guy, and he was serving me this one time in a shop, and honestly, his trousers were being held on by his appendage, really, you know. And in fact, that was the only thing that was holding them up. And I don't really want to see people's pants. Not really. I kind of find it a bit, you know, your pants are your pants, aren't they, at the end of the day? They're just pants. But pants became popular because of Calvin Klein. Because you got CK on your pants, and whoever else has made the pants and made it popular. But if you want to wear your trousers down there, then you wear them down there. It's as simple as that, you know. Just know that it came from, I think, yeah, it come from convicts not being allowed to have belts in the American jails. And their trousers would hang down. So it's actually a symbolism of being a jailbird, made fashionable. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh, and leather jackets, they were very threatening. They were, oh, black leather jacket. Gonna stab you if he's got a black leather jacket on. Leather jackets. Long hair was a puff. Short hair now, skinheads. Ooh, they were really violent. They were, weren't they? Oh God. If you had short hair, really short hair, like as a skinhead, you were violent. Well, hang on a minute. How many pop stars now have got shaved heads? But all of a sudden now it's okay. So you see, it never ends. No. It's not the hoodie itself, the material that does the matter. It's the nutter in it. It's not the hairstyle. No. And then you can't have people all wearing black and white faces, celebrating death. Well, Well, they're not really threatened at all, are they? Because they hardly come out in the day because they think they're vampires or something, aren't they? Into death, misery. Not surprising, really, with the world around them. Not surprising they actually want to put a piece of material over their head and hide. Because I feel like hiding underneath my quilt most days when you see what's going on. You feel like hiding underneath your quilt. But I don't think it'll ever be, you know, kids' clothes and what they want to wear. It'll ever be acceptable. Ever really. You know, because there'll always be somebody, you know, blaming the kids for something. Well, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Because you know what? They're finding themselves. And it's hard in a world now where there's nothing, you know, you can't just you go out and, I want to be A. And you go and you be A. It's very difficult now. It's more difficult than any time. It's more difficult. And the strangest thing about it, from the age of 11 to the age of 16, you're told to shut up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. Then all of a sudden, there's a piece of paper comes into school. What do you want to be? Now you got to think. 1 minute, you're not allowed to think. You're not allowed to think. Hang on, I'm just getting comfortable. You're not allowed to think. And then the next minute, you've got to make life-changing decisions. What do you want from them? What do you want them to do? Be like you? They're individuals. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Isn't it? Or is it? You know, they wear a uniform at school. We all had to wear a uniform. But not one person was the same, but we had to wear a uniform. All different talents, but all taught the same curriculum. It don't work. That's why kids drop out. That's why kids struggle. Because you know what? The guy that's tapping his pencil on the desk, he's probably a drummer. Give him a set of drums. Don't give him maths. Don't give him algebra. Don't give him English literature. Don't give him Macbeth. Don't give him technical drawing. Don't give him cooking. Give him a fucking drum kit. The guy that's always doing poetry, he's probably an amazing rapper. Give him that instead. We have probably some of the most amazing opinions, but kids are dumbed down. I mean, it's good, this kind of thing on the tube. This tube is one of the most powerful places now for kids to get their opinions out and to be able to speak and say what they think about things. So come on. What do you think of the world? Get on the YouTube and tell people what you think of the world. Your input is precious. Although you told you shut the fuck up, your input is precious. Do it for the children, they say. Do it for the children. Unless you're a teenager, then you're a right little fuckwit, aren't you? You're a pain up the ass. But when you're little, do it for the children. The children. Save the children. I bet saving friggin' teenagers from the wrath of moaning, groaning adults. Adults that probably lost their youth and did nothing about it. Did nothing with their lives whatsoever. And now they're putting it on the kids. Let them do what... Oh. Leave them alone. Let them wear what they like. They're just growing. Weren't you one once?